Ever since watching the film Jaws for the first time as a child, sharks have always piqued my interest. Whether it was the great white or the hammerhead, sharks have a certain mystique about them that draws people to them in a variety of ways. When it comes to video games, sharks have had a very murky history. Developed by Tripwire Interactive and Blindside Interactive, Maneater attempts to give players an open-world shark simulator with some tricks up its sleeve. The question is, however, does Maneater swim or go belly up? Maneater's story follows Pierre Scaly Pete LeBlanc and his son Kyle as they set out on a quest to hunt down an adult bull shark with a harpoon lodged in its side. This harpoon was owned by Scaly Pete's father, just to give some context. After the shark goes on a rampage at a nearby beach, the father and son duo finally manage to capture the deadly predator. Upon catching the shark, Scaly Pete discovers that the animal is pregnant, but instead of letting nature take its course, he cuts out the infant from the mother and lets it go. It is at this moment where the game's story goes from Jaws to Jaws the Revenge. However, to the credit of the developers, the game's story is very much suiting of the video game medium and does not take away from the overall experience. Following in the steps of games such as Grand Theft Auto and Saints Row, Maneater is an open-world game that allows players to swim and eat until their heart's content. The campaign features an impressive 15 to 20 hours of gameplay that is somewhat tied together by a string of missions that send players on mindless missions and a simple upgrade system that only gives players a choice between 3 armor sets, which are made from bone, bioelectric, and shadow. Additionally, the upgrades themselves can determine how your shark functions. For example, obtaining mutagen digestion will increase how your health and mutagen is regained by simply feeding. The gameplay mechanics are extremely intuitive and immerses players into the proverbial shoes of the ocean's deadliest predator. But outside of these notable elements, Maneater's presentation is rather simple and does little to innovate in areas that could have made this game much better. What I mean is that there were no alligators eating turtles, and when swimming through the vast ocean, it was really difficult to spot any dolphins, as well as other marine life filling out this wide open sandbox that we were given. The overall textures in this game are impressive on the shark. When compared to other games in the same class, the water isn't something to really brag about, nor are the various things players will see in the ocean, such as coral or other fish. Every asset in the game feels as if more development time could have been used to create a much deeper experience. This really shows when swimming from one location to the next, as the waters can either be too dark or too murky. My guess is that this aspect was supposed to simulate the actual environments, but it really did create a separation from the game for me at times. To the defense of the developers, the focus is actually on the shark and those he encounters, but at the same time, going to the extra mile could not have hurt this game in the least, considering that most players will attempt to explore or go off trail. Seeing this huge ocean without much life in it really seems like a huge letdown, considering how big the map really is. With some fine-tuning via a patch, this aspect can be improved upon greatly. Hopefully in the next installment, these elements can be improved upon, which would really be nothing more than a benefit in the end. Developers Tripwire Interactive and Blindside Interactive have really made a great first step by giving players the opportunity to swim through an open ocean as a shark. However, the intuitive gameplay as well as impressive textures are brought down by the lack of oceanic diversity and shallow options when upgrading our shark. Maneater is fun, but fixing these few issues can elevate its stature in potential installments. Pretty much do it for this review of Maneater. If you guys did enjoy the video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new to the channel. It certainly does help out a lot. I would like to thank each and every one of you for your continued support. And if you want to see more video game reviews, let me know in the comments section down below. I would play anything and review it for you. Currently working on a review for The Last of Us 2. I do want to apologize, as this review was supposed to be out about a week and a half ago. Had some personal issues that I needed to take care of that really prevented me from getting this done, but I wanted to get it done and get it to you. And let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. That'll pretty much do it for the video, guys. Till next time, I love you very much. Take care.